Hey guys, today I'm going to do a review of We Were Liars by Lockhart. First off, I really enjoyed this book. Laura has already read it and she lent it to me after one of our wrap-ups, and it's been on my TBR for a couple of months now and I finally got around to reading it. It pulled me out of my slump, which is really good. I was in a huge slump and this was a quick book, as she promised. It got me out of my slump. It was really exciting, and straight off the bat it gets 4 stars because I really enjoyed it. It's hard to give a summary of what happens in this book without spoiling it, because as you'll probably know if you're familiar with BookTube, and it says on the back, this book is known for its big twist. And this is sort of a gift and a curse for this book, because it got me really excited for the entire thing. I was reading it, wanting to know what it was. But I figured it out on the 50th page. I texted Laura like, I think this is going to happen, and then when I got to a point, it was. It didn't spoil it completely because it isn't just what happens, it's like how it happens, and that isn't spoiled for you. You can't figure that out from the entire book. You have to actually get to that point and then something else is revealed that you could never have guessed. So the twist, even if you guess it, doesn't detract from the entire book. So basically this book is about a character who will come on later, because the reason why I can't actually remember her name is because I had a big problem with her. Her name is Cadence. I just had to look it up because I'm going to talk about her later. But it's about Cadence, and she lives with her mum Penny on this island. She's from the Sinclair family, and they have this big island and it's theirs because they're rich. And there's lots of families, and I really like this about the book. It's got a big Sinclair family tree, and all the way through the book I kept referring back to this because I thought the twist was going to be some sort of family scandal. And there's a lot of characters, as you can see, and there's also like 5 golden retrievers, Labradors, which were like the best things. I love it when there's dogs in books, it always just makes it better. And then there's also the island, as you can see here, and like they have houses, and each of the houses belongs to each of the 3 children of the grandparents who live on the island. It's their island, and the 3, well, they're women, and they're the 3 children of the grandparents, and they each own a house. And basically the drama revolves around these 3 women, one in each other's houses, one in each other's riches, who's the favourite of the parents, that kind of thing. And the book goes from Cadence's perspective on her years on the island. She goes there every summer with Johnny, Mirren and Gat, and with Cadence they make up the Liars, and they're like the older children. There's like some younger brothers and sisters and the twins, but they don't come into it as much because they're younger. But it's basically about them 4, and they're the Liars as named by Cadence, and it's all about their summers on the island and the big tragic thing that happened. That is the main spoiler for the book. So the main reason why Cadence bothered me, it's just the way that she's written. I don't really understand how she went from Gat to my Gat. She loves Gat basically, and Gat's like one of my favourite characters because he actually has some humanity about him. He actually points out that they own a private island, and don't you think there's something wrong with that? They own an island and people are starving, because he's like, his race, like I think he's Indian, but the grandparents are really racist towards him and he constantly feels like an outsider with the Liars. And the Sinclair family were always like meant to be white and pure and very career driven, and he isn't. He's a very humanitarian character, and I think his contrast with the Sinclair family make him one of the favourites of mine. And also just Cadence in herself, just especially because if you know the twist, the way that she talks about it, you kind of don't understand how she goes from one extreme to the other, and I think just how she's so messed up. The only other thing that I thought was not very good about this book was the whole involvement of her dad. I thought that was going to be part of the twist. I thought that was going to go somewhere, but it didn't. Her dad just kind of fizzles out in that storyline. It was just kind of a plot device that the author used to like make the other plot that she actually wanted to focus on go proper, and I just didn't really like that part of it. But the whole book in general, I actually really enjoyed it. We Were Liars is really good. I gave it 4 stars. I would recommend it to anyone really. It was a really quick read. I'm really happy it got me out of my reading slump, and I think that's all I've got to say about it. So I will see you on the next video, guys. Bye!